So last we left off in the story, you had all traveled to the city in the sky, full of sky giants, cloud giants, and you had snuck your way into the courtyard slash garden area and stable of the royal castle here in the city. So the king's castle. You snuck your way in by riding on the back of one of his trusted horses, who you affectionately named Fluffy, whose real name, you found out, was Ezekiel. So you rode Ezekiel into the stables and concocted a plan to confront the king. You met a young man in the stables, a young cloud giant who you befriended, and he was kind. You were nice to him. You didn't scare him too badly. And you were able to get some information on when the king arrives to the stables. He arrives at night to come and pet Ezekiel. You waited out and kind of bid your time, and eventually the king did arrive to his nightly session of petting with Ezekiel. And when he did, camera again. When he did arrive, you all came out, flew down a giant goose, a giant swan, I think it was, flew down on the back of Moonsy's character Crocus, and surprised the king. You did notice before you surprised him that he was crying into the mane of Ezekiel. He was like petting Ezekiel and crying. You found out later that this was because Ezekiel was his wife's horse, his dead wife's horse, her horse that she had since she was a child. And so he misses his wife, and so he goes and consoles with the horse. And so you talked with him. You got some information about the harp and its location. You were told that it was taken by a rogue cloud giant here in the giant realm. He had stupid camera. He had believed that Vivian, who is trapped in the harp, he believed that she was like the love of his life. It's kind of like somebody falling for a celebrity. You know what I mean? He became a bit of a stalker slash, obsessive giant. And so, man, camera's just not working today. I may have to try and switch over to my other camera. We'll see. But I'm just going to leave it off for now. You can use my voice to paint the picture. All right. So this giant, he seems to have gone down to the mortal plane, stomped the temple in which Vivian's harp was hidden, and stole it, thinking like, this is the love of my life, so I'm going to, grab her and keep her as mine, kind of thing. So he's basically holding the harp hostage. You were told by the king that this was a former friend, this giant. You're not sure how they have a relationship, him and the king, but this giant that took the harp is a bit mad, a bit stir-crazy, a bit, he's a bit, what's the word? Yeah, he's just a little off his rocker, and he has lost control of himself with his lust or love or whatever you want to call it. So he hides out in his cabin in the woods, and that is one of your next stops. So you talked a bit with the king. He told you that he wanted to help you. He wasn't going to overtly help you, because if he does, he puts his entire kingdom and all of the giants in the sky in danger of Gormok. So he told you he would think about your offer, Fergus. Fergus, you said it would be nice to be able to use some weapons from him, and you rolled a persuasion check of 16, and he said he'll think about it. But first, let's see if you can survive getting the harp. So he gave you his blessing as well, Fergus. He handed you a gem from his ring, and that gem is kind of like a pass through the city. You can hold it up to people, and it's like the king's blessing. It's got a like a symbol of a cloud on it, which is the symbol of the kingdom. So you can hold it up as like an emblem or a ticket, you could say. He also said that you could use Ezekiel, the horse, to travel to the woods, which would take you a long time on foot, but on the horseback, much quicker. So you have passage through the city, everybody. You have essentially a free pass for weapons, goods, a night's rest, in the tavern. You've basically got the king's blessing to do as you wish in the city to make whatever you need to make happen. He said he's going to help you because Vivian is the only god of all the gods who has ever visited the giants. She came and performed. Giants have a naturally musical and artistic soul. And so she came and performed. She made friends with his wife. If you recall, he said his wife was Vivian's friend. And now that his wife is gone, he wants to give her one last gift from the grave to save her friend, to save Vivian. So Jinx, your character, Shiisa, her mom, Vivian, the goddess who is trapped in the harp here, she is connected with the cloud giants here, and the only god of which that is connected at all to this part of the world. The cloud giants said they were kind of maybe a bit frustrated that the gods didn't really help them with anything. They kind of left them to their own devices. So the king, he has his gripes with your world, with the mortal world, with the gods, but he wants to help because his late wife, his dead wife, she was friends with Vivian for many years ago. Giants live for a long time, so they were friends for many years, and he wants to help. He also said, Shiisa, that you have her eyes. And the last thing we left off on was you saying that you wished, that you hoped that someday you would see those eyes of your mother. And he said, you very well may. And gave you the blessing to travel off into the city and out to the woods to retrieve that harp. He gave you the location. He told you what to look for. And it is now time for you all to make your decision on what you would like to do. I think you needed a rest, which was one of the reasons you came here in the first place. So making it to the tavern would be a good spot to go. Again, it's a giant city, so it's going to be a little big for you, but you can all share a bed because it's going to be big enough where you can sleep 20, 30 feet apart from each other. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys talk, discuss what you want to do, and we are going to get rolling into episode 33. Right. No.
Alrighty. Good.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so we definitely want to go back into the city, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I believe that was the plan. So, if that is your plan, do you want to stop? So do you guys remember the names of the shops at all that I had mentioned? Anyone write any of those down?
There was like a music shop, and it was like keys or something. I don't. But that's the only one.
Yes, Jasper's Keys, the Big Poof.
Big poof.
Wasn't there a fabric shop as well, or am I gaslighting myself?
You're gaslighting yourself. Let me pull up my notepad here with all the information on it.
Oh.
So much information. Uh-oh. So my computer crashed. I think it lost the information that I had on my notepad. Big sad. Okay.
Sad.
Well, I remember the Big Poof, and I remember Jasper's Keys, and then the tavern. I can't remember what I called it, but it's there as well for you to visit. So, what would you guys like to do?
I think we save the tavern for last, because that means we can have a drink and not worry about what we need to do.
I'm agreed with that.
All right. So, do you want to hit up the music shop, or do you want to hit up the magic shop? Music or
I
magic?
say let's do the music shop purely because we're going towards the harp, right? So like we can maybe ask some questions and stuff.
Sure.
I'm good with that.
Cool.
All right. The king, he kneels down to be eye level with you all. His one eye is big enough to kind of engulf all three of you, so he kind of looks at you all with this one eye, and he scans across you all, and he says,
"Remember what I said. Keep it to yourself. Don't let Gormak know I'm helping you. Are we clear?"
Yeah.
The lives of my people depend on you.
he looks at Shiisa, and he kind of like furrows his eyebrows.
Your...
Fro-
What were you going to say?
No, I was sorry. Nothing.
I can trust you, can't I?
Yeah, you can trust me.
Good.
Just a little nervous is all.
Man, what is with this? Is it just my USB port? Maybe it's the USB port that I'm plugged into.
Maybe.
All right. Plan B. Uno momento, por favor. Might just be the USB port, so we're gonna find out. I just changed my USB port. Okay. So, heading to Jasper's Keys. As you arrive to the location, hi everybody in chat, hello, hello. As you arrive to Jasper's Keys, it's mostly glass building. Like all the other buildings around here, it's kind of made of that crystally glass, see-through textures. And approaching the entrance, it's got like a piano key theme to the outside of it. So it's got that black and white sheen to the glass that you're looking at. And approaching on the back of Ezekiel stops in front of the shop, and he whinnies for you to depart. Now, departing down Ezekiel, he knows now to kind of kneel down far enough for you to get to the ground. So he kneels all the way down so you can slide down his head and his nose and his snout.
That's
And
so sweet.
get on the ground. He wishes you luck in horse, and so Crocus, you're the only one who hears it. And then, as you approach the door, of course it's gigantic. It's a gigantic door. There's no way for you to like open it necessarily, but there's actually enough room for you to like get on your bellies and crawl under it if you wanted to. Other than that, you can try and wait for somebody to open it for you. It's one or the other at this point. You could also attempt to try and open it with magic if you have some kind of magic that you wanted to try and open it with. Yeah, the door handle is like a big crystal, like a circular crystal, so you know what it looks
Is it like a twisty one, or is it like a
Yeah,
push
twisty.
and pull? Oh. Hmm.
I'm down for whatever. I can definitely just crawl underneath the door, I'm going to be honest.
You all could if you wanted to. It's totally up to you. Just depends on if that's beneath you to crawl on the ground.
As long as she
You also have the
shoots-
suction cup things to climb as well, and
Do you think we'll get in trouble for going underneath a door?
you're not sure. But you have the king's blessing, so
Okay, you know what? I'm not beneath it. I just want to make sure I'm not like breaking and entering.
I'm not beneath crawling on the floor. I'll get my belly dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, they're open, right? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they're
it
open.
wouldn't be trespassing.
It's like
Okay.
morning time, yeah.
Drowsy.
I just don't want anybody to like treat me weird because of it, but I'll do it anyways.
Okay. You guys crawl under the door. And as you do, you breach the inside of the shop. And what you hear immediately is Intruder Alert! Intruder Alert! Intruder Alert! And you hear a few stomps as around the spiral staircase that kind of comes down, you see a very well-dressed cloud giant. He's got that light blue skin. You can see his ankles and his feet from where you're at. He's stomping down the steps. He's wearing a flowy purple robe, and presumably he seems like he's the owner, as he's kind of yawning. He must have been sleeping when you came in. He yawns.
Made me yawn.
I don't see anyone. Hello? Anyone there?
Hi.
He looks down. All he hears, is like, "Yay!" like from the ground. He looks down and sees you all. His eyes kind of scan across. And the thing that's saying Intruder Alert is actually these two magic mouths on either side of the door, and they're saying it out loud. And so he takes his foot and he kind of kicks the wall next to the mouths, and he goes,
Oh, quiet. They're too small to take anything.
and he kind of tilts his head and he looks down at you.
Hello? Yeah. Come.
He kneels down. He seems friendly. He's got a big black goatee that kind of comes down into a twist. He's wearing glasses down here to his nose. He seems like a starving musician. He's got that kind of like vibe to him. He's kind of a relaxed demeanor, and he puts his hand out for you all to crawl into his hand.
Hi there. He's so nice.
Do you take his offer to crawl into his hand?
I do.
Okay. He crushes you to death. You're dead. I'm just kidding. And it's over. No. So Crocus is taking the invitation. Anybody else? He seems like he's gonna lift you up and set you somewhere so you can talk to him better.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. And then
All aboard.
I'm gonna assume Fergus joins, but he can tell me when he comes back. So Jasper grabs you in his hand and he lifts you up like a little airplane, and he sets you down on this giant piano. It's this big black baby grand piano that's near the back spiral staircase, and he sits down on the bench in front of it, eye level now with you all who are standing on the back of the piano. And he kind of tilts his head. His little black flowy goatee kind of tilts to the side as he tilts his head, and he just tilts it back and forth. He's looking at you. He pushes his glasses up so he can really get a good look at you, and then puts them back down. And he says,
Well, I don't think I've ever had people like you here before. I've seen humans before, but nothing like you before. What are you? Are you what they call a goblin? Is that what you are?
pointing to Fergus.
Listen, mate. Close enough, you know?
What do you mean close enough?
I'm a kobold. I'm a little lizard guy.
Oh, a kobold. Yes, I've actually heard a song about kobolds and how they stab people's ankles with their daggers. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's pretty accurate. I usually go for the back because I have a nice long rapier, but otherwise, yeah.
Oh, don't stab my ankles, little one.
He's a bit condescending, and he kind of pokes you like a little bit when he says that. He like pokes you, pushes you back. If you want, you can roll a strength check to not get pushed backwards onto your butt.
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah, roll me a strength or athletics check. Athletics.
Okay.
Or you can do a dex to dodge if you want to just dodge his finger. It's up to you.
Let me think. Let me launch my game first of all.
So it'd be acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
I'll do an acrobatics check.
All right, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
Oh God.
If I recall correctly, you've gotten like a bunch of natural ones, haven't you? Or
Yeah,
and a
quite a
bunch of
lot.
20s, like 20s and ones. You're just like nowhere in
yeah.
between. You just get like a bunch of 20s and a bunch of ones.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So a natural 1, which evens out to a 13 somehow. But as he nudges you, you go to kind of dodge out of the way, and he still kind of nudges you onto your butt. You fall down onto the back of the piano there that you're standing on, and he kind of giggles gleefully. He does not seem scared of you at all. And he then looks over to Shiisa, and Shiisa, he kind of like tilts his head at you. Shiisa, do you have an instrument?
Yeah, I got them on my back.
What are they?
I have a flute and a lyre.
Okay. He kind of looking at you. He's got these really long, beautiful eyelashes that he's blinking as he kind of tilts his head, and his goatee kind of lays down on the bed of the piano because his face is so close. His little tassel from his goatee is like pushed up against the bottom of the piano as he's kind of looking at you, and he says,
Are you a musician?
Why, yes, I am.
Now that is interesting. Are they, I don't know much about music in the mortal world down there, but do they like music down there?
Oh yeah, they love music. I'm actually, I'm a bard, so I spend a lot of my time crafting and practicing my music.
Oh, you do you? Well,
Mhm.
that's great to hear. You're very at home in this place then. I am Jasper, and you are?
My name's Shiisa. Nice to meet you.
Shiisa. And what brings you here, Shiisa?
he seems to have completely now started ignoring you two because it's artist to artist now.
Well, actually, you'd be surprised to hear it has a lot to do with music.
Well, are you looking for work or?
No, I'm looking for a specific instrument. I'm looking for a harp.
Oh, I've got plenty of harps. Yes, they might be a little big for you, but I could commission something small.
Not just any old harp. I'm looking for my mother's harp.
I'm not much of a collector. I actually create my instruments. I'm not really a pawn shop here, but maybe I can help. What makes you think it's here, in the city, or here in this shop?
I can feel it. That may sound strange, but I know it's here.
You know it's here in the city?
Yes. Oh wait, no, not in the city. It's in the woods, I believe.
Oh, in the woods. Interesting. What's it doing out there?
That's what I would like to know.
And you can sense it. Is it magical?
I don't know if it's the harp itself or it's my mother.
You sure you're not just imagining it? Have a bit of bed mushroom?
No, I'm sure.
Curious. Very curious. What are you? I've never seen something with a slithery body like yours.
Oh, my kind are called the Yuan-Ti.
Yuan-Ti. Is that some kind of human?
Yes, we're
squiggly
partially human, partially snake.
Oh.
Usually they prefer you be a little more snake-like than human-like.
Oh, interesting. I mean, you are ugly and hideous, but it's nothing.
Watch your mouth, man.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
It's okay. I'm ugly to some, beautiful to others. You know,
I mean, all
beauty
of
in
you
the
are
eye of the
ugly to me.
beholder. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
it just is what it is. I mean, all humans kind of disgust me. It's just part of part of being a giant, I guess. It's just little ants beneath my toes, you know?
I'm not a human, mate.
What did snakes and lizards do to you?
Kobolds aren't humans. And also, they didn't do anything necessarily. It's just... Kobolds aren't humans.
How do you feel about Crocus? What does she look like to you?
Crocus is quite large for a human.
He doesn't
So
seem to
she's-
know the difference between human and other species from the mortal realm. He just kind of calls them all humans.
Crocus
they're all
is
different
actually
variants of humans for him.
Crocus is the most beautiful in all the land. If you didn't know.
That makes sense. She's the largest human I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's quite the gorgeous lady.
The larger the better is what I say.
So yeah, we're here looking for my mom's harp. That's pretty much the end of the story.
Well, I'm not sure I can help you with that unless you have more information of its whereabouts. I mean, I've never heard of a harp in the forest necessarily. It's sounds a bit cryptic. It sounds like a quest of some kind, you know, something that would be in a storybook.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I'm this place, everybody's so big and the place is so big and I thought it would be a little easier than this and I have no idea where it is still. It's just we need to go into the forest soon, but I'm a little worried that we may or may not come across some big enemies.
Well, it must be a pretty special harp if you've come all the way to the Cloud Giants to us for finding it. I mean, it's a very dangerous venture. Someone could step on you. Look at you.
Yeah. We're trying to avoid that. So far, so good.
Why come all this way just for a harp? You just get your mother a new harp.
No, you don't understand. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't explain the situation very well. My mom is Vivian, the goddess of music.
His eyes kind of like they're doing that thing where they look at you back and forth. They're like darting back and forth. He seems to be like thinking about, like processing what you just said. And he stops for a second and he shakes his head and he's like,
Come again?
My mother, she's Vivian, the goddess of music. I'm a demigod and I'm looking for her harp because it will release her soul. She's been trapped, I think, inside of the harp.
I thought you said something like that. Are all humans delusional? Are you all delusional?
I'm not even full human. I'm half. And no, I'm not delusional. Oh,
Nonetheless.
we're all demigods. I mean, Fergus, show him your thingy.
Is there any like glasses of water or like anything dotted around us?
there's like a bead of sweat on his nose that would be big enough to be like a few gallons of water.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna like use the trident to just kind of swipe it off his face and just swirl it around in front of him, kind of like in a little, I don't know, just
Okay. All right,
You
so
know?
you take the trident out, it begins to kind of glow that bluish color, and you swirl the little droplet of sweat off of his nose, and you watch his eyes cross as he's looking at it, and watching it with his eyes is kind of darting back and forth. And he goes,
Okay, you're a magician. I've seen things like this. I can cast spells
and
too.
then
Watch
you know
this.
what? And
He makes-
then I just throw the sweat back at him and just I aim for his eye.
it gets in his eyes, gets all red.
I don't know how to prove it to
Excuse me.
you.
Now, I'm a reasonable fellow, okay? I'm a very reasonable fellow, but do not come into my shop and make a mess with my sweat, okay? And also, there's no way that you're the daughter of Vivian, okay? Vivian is the purest goddess of music, and I don't think she ever had a child. I can't imagine. I feel like that would be part of the history books. I've studied Vivian for many years.
Should I just I don't know, like the only okay, sir, the only way that I can prove this to you, it could end in disaster.
He kind of tilts his head.
Go on.
Now, what I have as a result of being the daughter of Vivian, I have an ability called the Blessing of Vivian. And when I unleash it, it does uncontrollable, unforeseeable things. I don't know if it's positive or negative. It's just random.
It sounds like you're just not good at controlling magic, is what it sounds like. But whatever it is, I doubt you can harm anything in this room.
Should I do the blessing?
Up to you.
Okay, I've never done it before. This will be my first
yeah,
time.
let's read it so that everyone in the crowd and your other fellow players know what happens.
So it says, you have always been drawn to music, poetry, and the arts. There's always another verse, another note, another song playing in the back of your head. Your instincts when it comes to the arts are powerful and poignant, and you have always felt that you were gifted in them. Once in a while, when you are performing, strange things happen around you. Creatures seem to like you more, for one. That said, many other strange occurrences happen when the power of your performance encapsulates an audience. So, once a day when I'm playing music or reading a poem, I can choose to have my godly abilities flow through me and leak out into my song or my poem. And I can automatically succeed on any performance, persuasion, or charm effect. And then I also must roll to get a random effect because of my leaking powers. Some are positive, some are very negative, and some are very positive, some are very negative, and some are just neutral.
That's so cool.
So, what we're going to do is, first of all, do you want to persuade or intimidate or perform, or what do you want to do for charisma check?
I'm trying to persuade him that I'm the daughter of Vivian.
Okay. So you automatically succeed on this check. It's marked off your blessing for the day. And I need you to roll a D100, so you can do that in Roll20/D100, I think. Or you can just roll the dice if you have some dice.
Slash D. I don't think it's working.
Let's see. So you do /D100, like. Let me see if it works. D100. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay. Forwards. Let's go. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Go over to your D&D Beyond character sheet.
Okay.
In the bottom left, there's that custom dice button. It just looks like a big red D20.
Yeah.
Click that, and then click the D10 twice.
Okay.
Or does it have D10 and another one under it? I can't remember if it has both.
It's got D100, yeah.
Yeah, do D100, yeah. Just do one D100. And let me know what you get.
Where does it show me?
Did it roll the dice in front of you? Did it?
No.
Okay. Check in the top right. There should be like a little chat bubble icon in the top right. That's like the chat of the. You also have to hit roll if you didn't hit roll already. So you clicked one.
Oh.
And then hit roll, and then.
I accidentally. Okay. I get it. Okay.
Got it now. Okay, so we did 2 D100 for that one. So let's just do 1 D100. There we go. 19. Okay. Let me see what you got here. All right, 19. Let's see. All right. So with a 19, standing on the top of this piano, you begin telling Jasper about your lineage, your relationship to Vivian. And as you do, you can actually feel your vocal cords become like buttery smooth. And you can feel the magic begin to flow through you, this persuasive, beautiful magic that comes from your mother. And as it does, you can almost see the vibrations of your voice coming out of your mouth. Only you can see this. But you can actually see like magic leaving your vocal cords and almost swirling around his eyes and his ears. And he kind of is blinking and he's nodding and he seems to agree with you. And then as that happens, you feel a twinge of pain in your like appendix, and immediately this black sludge begins to pour out of your pores, your eyes, your mouth, your nose, from underneath your fingernails. This black sludge just pours out of your body for just a moment, like 2 seconds, and you cast Grease centered on yourself. The spell Grease. So, your magic kind of overflows. You went a little too far into it. And so what happens is everybody within 10 feet around you, so that's going to be everybody but the giant. So I need Fergus, Crocus, and yourself, Jinx. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw. Okay, 18, 10, 6. That's perfect. All right. So, Shiisa, as this happens to you, you just kind of stand in this new puddle of grease that has formed underneath you. But Fergus and Crocus, as you look over, you see all this like sludge pouring out of Shiisa's pores for a moment. You've never seen something like this before. It almost scares you. It looks like she's almost bleeding, this like black sludge, but she doesn't seem in pain or anything. She just seems surprised. And as that happens, you look down and your feet become covered in this black sludge, and you both slip and fall on your asses on top of this piano, on the back of it, just right onto your butt. Shiisa, you are now covered in a grease, and underneath you is a puddle of it. The giant immediately, like, his eyes get really big, and he goes,
"Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes, it seems you are, the daughter of Vivian, and it also seems like I was correct. You're not good at controlling that, are you?"
Well, maybe I will be if I get the harp.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, then I might actually be able to help you.
He kind of nods his head. At first though, he takes you, Fergus. You're now kind of covered in grease on your legs and stuff. He kind of puts his finger out for you to hold on to stand up, because you keep trying to stand up, but it's slippery. It's like you're standing on oil. So he puts his finger out for you to stand up on. He also puts his middle finger out for Crocus to hold on to, and he stands you both up on your feet and lifts you off the grease pile and sets you back down onto the piano in a spot that's not covered in grease. And he says,
"Are you okay, both of you?"
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're just in the splash zone.
I'm chilling, brother.
You seem very, very aloof. You seem very, like you don't care much. Is that right?
Nothing we haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm. Well, Shiisa, right?
Yeah.
Shiisa, I may have something to help you. That said, it's a bit of a secret, so I don't think I'd want to show your friends, necessarily. What are your thoughts?
That's fine. We can have a private conversation if you'd like.
Yes. Well, I am a bit of a collector, so I will show you my private collection. That said, the two of you, Crocus and Fergus, right? Both of you, if you would like to wander about the shop, I will provide you with some movement options.
and he takes just a few moments to string up a few like piano strings across the shop, and that way you guys can kind of shimmy across them. He gives you some little rope to hold on to, and you can slide from like zip wire from spot to spot to look around the shop and have a little bit of fun in here.
Thanks.
Of course. And Shiisa?
And he puts his hand out for you to get into it.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So he takes you to another room, and Crocus and Fergus, there's not much for you to really purchase here because everything's so gigantic. Like, there's just nothing that you probably are that interested in necessarily. But you do see a surprisingly large rat that is kind of nibbling on something on the ground. And it's making like a squeaking noise. And it seems to be like near the entrance to its home. Might be a creature you could talk to, at least, Crocus, because it's a beast. Although it is very large, so up to you whether you want to go talk to it.
How large are we?
We're talking like it's a giant rat.
Just
we're talking
massive.
as big as you.
Okay.
But not
so pretty big then.
Yeah, but not like. Yeah, it's as big as you.
Like it's like giant, but like giant rat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll talk to it.
Okay. What do you say do you want to holler from here or do you want to zip line down to it? It's nibbling on something.
I don't want to frighten it. I'll just be like, hello there.
It's whatever it's nibbling on, it kind of looks up and its big beady eyes are pointed up at you, and it lets out like kind of like a squeal, which you understand. Fergus, you don't understand it, of course, because it's rat. But Crocus, you understand the creature goes.
Ah! What are you?
A human.
Ew! That's gross! That's disgusting! Ew!
Who are you to say that?
I am Sir Rattington III. Who do you think you are? This is my kingdom.
You're not even the first? That's lame.
Excuse me. I will sick my guards on you if you're not nice to me. Now, I require a gift. Bring me a gift. You're in my abode. Bring me a gift.
Okay.
All right, I'll let you think about what if you want to do that. Shiisa, you are brought into a beautiful room that it's kind of dark around the edges of it, but in the center is this big glass case. And it seems as though our friend here, Jasper, is a bit of a collector of all things Vivian. He's got inside this case, as he sets you down on top of it, he's got a lock of her hair, which is kind of draped over a little stand. He's got a little, it's kind of a curled up, rusty looking, well, not rusty looking, it's just worn, like a worn golden string, which may have been part of an instrument. He's got a little book in there, and it doesn't have any, like, title or anything. You're not sure what the book is, but it's inside the glass case. And the last thing you see in there is a illustration, and the illustration is kind of half rolled up. You can see Vivian, and it seems like her eyes are closed, and she's kind of got her arms around someone, but you can't see because the paper's kind of folded over. But on the illustration, Vivian's eyes are closed, she's smiling, and her arms are around the neck of somebody.
That's interesting.
Sets you down on top of the box, and he says,
I have a bit of a collection in here, as you can see, and I'm not sure if any of it will be useful to you, but I could allow you to take a look at it and see if it strengthens your bond with the harp. Maybe it will give you a little bit of a boost to your magic. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
He lifts up the glass and lifts you up and sets you down inside and allows you to freely look through the items that you see here. The lock of hair is large, like Vivian, when she came up here, kind of grew herself to be the size of giants, as a god might do. So it's a very large lock of hair. But immediately, the first thing that happens when you stand next to it, you get this smell that is so familiar yet so foreign at the same time. It's the smell of your mom. Something you've probably only smelled, once in your life when you were really young, when you were just a baby, and you haven't smelled since, but the brain doesn't forget. And you immediately kind of get a twinge of sadness and nostalgia at the same time. The golden string is also large. So large, in fact, that it'd be hard for you to pick the whole thing up, this broken golden string, although it's giving off a bit of a magical aura. The illustration, like I said, is still kind of folded over a bit, so it's not, you can't fully see what it is. And then there's a little journal in there.
Water.
Yeah, no worries. And then there's a little journal in there that's got a little latch on it.
So, what did you want to talk to me about away from everybody else?
It's not necessarily that I wanted to speak with you. It's that these items are precious to me, and I don't care for many eyes on them.
Oh, that's understandable. Thank you for protecting all of my mother's things.
Of course. I would prefer not to part with any of them, but if you need them, they're yours.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to ask her when I see her next if she... it's not really up to me. It's still her stuff, after all.
This is true. And if you're planning on releasing her from the harp, then I think that's a great thing. And I would be happy to meet her. I wish I could have met her before she was trapped away.
I really do hope I get to meet my mother again. Sounds like the best possible ending.
Well, feel free to use these items in the way you wish, or take a look at them, concentrate on them, whatever you want to do. Maybe they'll be able to help you find that harp.
Okay, thanks. I'm interested in what's inside that journal, that book.
Yes, it's a bit cryptic, but it may be of use to you. I'm not sure.
I can try to, just look at it, see if I
Yes, of course.
make sense.
He unlatches it for you and flips it open. It's not super long. There are only a few entries written in this beautiful cursive handwriting. You're not sure if it's your mom's, but it seems if it's in this case, it must have been. Of course, you don't know what your mom's handwriting looks like. So, with that said, as you read through the first few pages, you get a account of her time on the earthly plane. It's about 10 pages in here, really. The first few pages are an account of her time at the temple that you guys were at. It's a temple. It was her first temple that she arose to music and poetry and the arts, and something that she spent a lot of time building. So it already gives you a twinge of anger that it's been turned into this tourist attraction, and all those things that the temple that you guys were at, that you found the scammers at and all that kind of stuff. It just gives you a twinge of anger that this thing that meant so much to her has kind of been turned into a joke. And then she continues writing, and a few pages in, she mentions making a friend. And as you read the description, you notice a few things. He's described as a suave gentleman, someone who appreciates the arts, someone who is on the what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. She describes him as a prince. And as you're reading through piece by piece, you're not sure, but it kind of sounds like she's describing your dad. and you see a little heart written on the edge of the page.
Aw. So cute.
What do you remember about your dad? What do you know? Describe your dad to me.
I see. That's the thing is, I don't know my dad. Is like my parents. They adopted me.
Mm-hmm.
So
your original dad, you never met, you didn't know.
yeah, like my royal family. Like I think to avoid scandal, they didn't tell me the truth.
This makes sense. So, this description is new to you. You've never had your dad described to you before, but he's described as a kind, generous prince. He is very Yuan-Ti, very snake-like, as she describes him. And he has an absolute love for poetry. Poetry is like his big thing. And on the next page, you see some scratchier handwriting. Some handwriting that's not quite as elegant as Vivian's. And it seems like it's written by him. It's a poem. And it reads... Uno momento, gotta pull it up here. I had it in a Google document that I made when we first made the character, and I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Okay, so it's kind of scratchy, not cursive handwriting. It's written in a bit of broken old common. And it says, "And you are she, the deity, to whom all lovers are designed. That would be their better objects find, among which faithful troop am I. Who has an offspring at your shrine, have sung this hymn and here entreat one spark of your diviner heat to light upon a love of mine." So, it's it seems like it's a declaration of love and almost a warning, saying that there's an offspring at your shrine, meaning he believes his fertile seed has caused an offspring inside her. Is what it is, and then the rest of the book is pretty much blank.
Wow, kind of gross. Ugh. But also cute.
It's like I said, declaration of love, but also a warning. As Yuan-Ti they have a sense. They know when their offspring is in growth. And so it's Your father, I'm sure, didn't know what to do. I'm sure your father had no clue how to raise a demigod, and wanted to warn her that there may be trials ahead. And you're not sure what happened with your mom, why she, quote unquote, gave you up, but that's something you can ask when you meet. But
Okay.
as this poem is read and you're kind of feeling the emotions of the book, you get a stronger sense of where the harp is. That push and pull is pulling you further into the woods, and it gives you a better direction of which way to go. From this angle down here, you can kind of see a little view underneath the illustration that's inside this box, the one with your mom, Vivian, with her arms around somebody. And of course, it's a snake man. Her arms are around his shoulders. He's lean and smooth-skinned, and he has bright blue eyes while she has bright green eyes, which is why your eyes have taken after the two.
This is so interesting. I always had a vision of what my real parents looked like, and it's like almost like they're exactly what I thought they would be.
The giant behind you, Jasper, kind of smiles, and he says,
I'm sorry that it's taken you this long to know. I guess I didn't really put the pieces together. I just thought this illustration was just another piece of history, you know? Another person who's fallen in love with a goddess, you know? I thought that's what it was. I honestly didn't know what to think of the journal, but this all makes much more sense now that you're here.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. There's so much to explain all the time. I just I'm not so great at it every single time.
No, it's quite all right. And well, I think maybe this might help.
and he picks up the string, the golden string, and he kind of hands it to you into your hands. It's heavy because it's metal, but this looks like the string of a harp. And as you're holding on to it, you kind of get this final puzzle piece that locks into your brain of where the harp is. You have almost an exact location now of where to go.
Oh wow. Okay. Thank you so much for the help.
Yes, take it with you. It's yours.
Okay.
It's hers.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll return you to your friends.
He lifts you up. And do you have anything else you want to ask him or talk to him about?
No.
Sounds good. So, because you were able to be kind to this creature and convince him well with your persuasion check, good use of your ability. This was a hard character to persuade, okay? Very hard character to persuade, but because you have that ability, bada bing, bada boom, you made it happen. This very secretive person opened up to you and gave you a little bit more of a hint of where to go, which is going to make finding that harp much easier. You had a general area, but now you have like almost like a waypoint on the map, you know?
Hell yeah.
Now Moonsy disconnected here, so I'm not sure if she is coming back or not. But Ross, you look like a great Moonsy cat on my screen. Just look at you. Here's... Meow. Let me think. Should we just keep going, or should we wait?
We can wait a little bit.
I think you're right. We can all just take a little break. And you know, if she can't make it back, no worries. It happens. Yeah, Discord's freaking out, but it's not freaking out on my OBS, which is good. Jinx.
What's up?
How you feeling about the quest or about your backstory? Do you want to ask me any questions about anything? It's totally up to you. I wanted to make sure that your character and that you know I guess all the things that you would know. So if you think your character would know something but you don't know it as a player, you can ask me. Or if you want me to repeat anything, you can also do that. And then Fergus as well. Now's a good time, I guess, is what I'm saying, to ask me any questions about the campaign. Have me remind you about anything, since we're waiting on Moonsy.
So for that power that I have,
Mhm.
can I use that in combat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how would I do that? Would I be like, I'm persuading this person to stop
Sure.
fighting us?
Sure, you would use your action on your turn to
Okay.
make a persuasion, or intimidation's good too. It's charisma. Performance check, depending on what the situation is. Maybe, I don't know. I've used a performance check as a player before to distract a group of goblins in a combat once. There's all kinds of ways you could use it. Good for making money, those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. I'm just scared of the effects. That's all.
The effects are a bit scary. If you've never looked at the wild magic table, it can be devastating. It's not going to kill you, but there are some things that are just either really weird or really inconvenient. Wild magic can also be really cool, though, like Battlemaster said in the chat. And there can be some really great moments in combat. I'll just tell you, one of the things that can happen is you can refresh all your spell slots. That could be a really powerful moment in combat. But then there's also all kinds of other things that are not so good. If you want, I can send you the table, because you would know the table anyway.
I just found it by looking it up.
Okay, the wild magic table.
My hair falls out. My hair falls out. It grows back though within 24 hours.
Yeah. My favorite is, where is it? It's 41 to 42. 41 to 42 is my favorite.
You turn into a potted plant.
You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While a plant, you are incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage. If you drop to 0 hit points, your pot breaks and your form returns.
Oh my. I also like that I can cast confusion on myself.
Yep.
That's gonna suck if I get that one.
So it could be really useful in combat, or it could just screw you.
Oh yeah, what is this? You can cast magic missile as a 5th level spell. What the heck is a magic missile?
Magic missile is it's a spell that automatically hits. You don't have to roll to hit or anything. It just automatically deals damage, and it shoots out at level 5. It shoots out 5 missiles. Each of them deals a D4 plus 1 damage.
So I get homing missiles?
Yep, you get homing missiles. That's exactly what magic missile is.
Magical homing missiles. That's awesome.
Yep. 7 to 8 is probably one of the scariest ones.
Which one was that again? Oh yeah, you
7
cast
and
a
8.
fireball on myself?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You cast fireball on yourself, which is 8d6 or something, or 8d6 fire damage.
It seems like there's a lot less extremely negative effects and some just really silly ones, and then some really good ones. And it seems like the good and the neutral really outweigh the extremely negative. I'm glad that I can see this now, though, so I can understand the dangers on a full scope.
Yeah. Now, theoretically speaking, your character would not know this table, right? Your character would not know what could happen. So just try your best not to, just like a no pixel, not to metagame, right? That's just the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I just the only reason that I was like so nervous about using it in the first place is because I didn't know if I could just literally die. Like,
oh yeah, no. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't.
Yeah. So I was like, just like imagine I do it. Oh, you're dead. Campaign over. Shouldn't
you're
have
dead
used
and
it.
you kill everyone around you at the same time. I know Moonsy's coming back. She mentioned in the chat. You know, if all else fails, if the Wi-Fi isn't working or whatever, we can always pick up. We can kind of skip through the rest of the city stuff, and we can just skip to you guys going to the woods too. Like, we don't have to play through everything if you don't want to. It's totally up to you guys. But I also don't want you guys to get bored. So
I don't mind.
I kind of like asked all my questions. I feel like I understand my character pretty well.
cool, perfect. What about you, Fergus?
I don't know. I feel like I'm taking a bit of a back seat for the past current few episodes because I don't really have much to add unless it's combat.
Sure.
Or people are being rude to me.
But also, you just
Jasper.
had your big arc too, so
Exactly right. Exactly. So I'm quite content, not to be boring, but I'm quite content
sure.
with what I have. You know.
Yeah, that's perfect. I just wanted to make sure. The last thing I want you to do is sit here and be bored the whole time. So if there's something I can do to make it better for you, you always let me know. And I know you would let me know.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
And then just remember that you and Moonsy too, you can always talk to your parents, like attempt to talk to your parents, and we'll have you roll to see if they can respond back too. So they're always there as a presence. You're kind of carrying around an NPC with you.
So the one question I will ask then, and if this is too metagamey, you don't have to answer.
Sure.
Do our parents know each other?
Yes, they're all siblings, brothers and sisters, which is why there are no like relationships between them. Like there's no god that loves another god kind of thing.
Fine.
Welcome back, Moonsy. Close Battle Master. I think it's PIERCES. Hi, Zachary M Games. Thanks for showing up to the stream. Ann3BCH07, welcome. Saw some other first-time chatters.
Thank
Bluestone, 7 Random Cloud, 7. Welcome, y'all. Thanks, everyone, for being here. You're shit at spelling. It's okay. Me too. English teacher mode. Are we good, Moonsy? We back? All right.
I think so. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Yuppers.
Perfect. We're back.
All right.
Woohoo, yippee!
So, we just kind of got done with a conversation for Shiisa's character, and we're circling back around to you and the rat, if you want to continue that, because they were in there for probably 15 minutes, so you'd have 15 minutes with this rat to maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll discover something. Rats are pretty interesting creatures.
It's true.
And you both can, you can translate for Fergus too if you want.
Raddington the Third, Fergus. The Raddington the Third.
Who are you talking to?
My buddy over there.
Ooh, there's another one up there?
There's
Disgusting.
3 of us.
3? Oh, that's 3 too
Yes.
many.
Well, hang on. There's. Oh wait, I can't hear this. Never mind.
I can assume that that Crocus is translating for you if you guys want to both be able to interact. It's just that the rat would not be able to understand you necessarily.
I'm translating.
I'm
translating.
Well, hang on. There's 3 Rattingtons, and you're the 3rd. So why are you getting surprised?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Excuse me, but you are in my domain. I require a gift from both of you, or I will nibble on your toes.
Okay, rat with a capital T at the end. When was the last time you had fresh water?
Fresh water. It's been a while. I usually just lap up the sweat from Jasper.
Oh God.
It's tasty and salty.
If I gave you a little bit of fresh water right now, any flavor you want the water to be as well. Any flavor.
Can you make it trash flavored?
I can make it trash flavored.
I will accept this offering.
How much water do you want?
This much.
It doesn't know how to. It stands up on its hind legs and it goes like that.
Okay, fine. I look towards like a nearby trash can that has a bit of moisture in it, and I'm just like, I just kind of point my trident towards it and just do the same thing I did with the bloody. I do the same thing that I did with the bloody sweat drop and just kind of throw it towards the rat.
It splashes on the rat and it begins to lick it up. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay.
This trash water is very tasty. I accept your offering. You are allowed to stay, and you may enter my abode. And you, up there, ugly one?
Hang on. I thought the water would be enough. I thought the water would be enough for the 2 of us, right?
Each offering, each one offering. No.
He said 2 offerings. Well, do you have a favorite fruit?
Well, favorite fruit? I don't think I've ever had a fruit. What's a fruit?
You never had a fruit?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Raddington, I'm about to put you onto something here.
What does that mean? Put me onto it. I don't want to be put onto a fruit. What if it kills me?
Commander, what are the odds that I can grow a giant strawberry?
What are the odds? Let me think. Roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Okay. With a 16, I'd say you can grow a medium-sized strawberry.
Medium size. I'll take it.
So you pull out the seed of Moira, and you have a little sprout come out of it that sprouts a strawberry. Strawberries grown on trees or bushes? I can't remember.
Bushes.
It's bush. Okay, a little bush comes out of the top of the seed and grows a single medium-sized strawberry. Remember, you're really far up from the rat. You're probably like 300 feet up. You got to zip line down to him if you want to.
I will. I'm
All
gonna
right.
zip line.
Okay, roll me
to him.
roll me an acrobatics check with advantage.
Oh boy. Not too good. Not too good.
All right. As you slide down the piano wire, your fingers kind of give a little, and they start to bleed a little as you're sliding down, and you get that rug burn kind of on the insides of your hands, and you begin to drop. Crocus is dropping into open space. There's still some trash water nearby. All right, roll me your nature check. I think we said nature, right? Yeah, that's your plus 10.
Shit.
All right, you begin to fall, Crocus, and then this trash water like cloud picks you up and floats you down to the ground, and now you smell like trash. Trash and strawberries.
I'm sure Sir Addington will appreciate this.
Yeah. Right as you land on the ground, he goes,
Whoa, you smell delicious. And what is this
Thank
thing?
you. This is a strawberry.
Ooh, a strawberry. I will nibble on it.
he is going to take a bite. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Peep, 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 peep.
Oh, hey, natural 20. All right.
This is delicious. I would love to have more strawberries, but you have done what I've asked you to do. You may live in my humble abode. Here, come. Let me show you.
And
He's
he
taking us on a little adventure.
he crawls into a little hole in the wall, little glass hole in the wall. Do you follow him?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
hell
Roll me an
yeah.
acrobatics check or a nature check, your choice, Fergus, to get down to the ground. All right, yeah, you're able to take your dagger and slide down the zip line all the way down to the bottom, and you drop off and do a little roll, and you're right next to Crocus as you both enter into the little rat hole. It's dark for a little while as you're walking. Do you both have dark vision? I can't remember.
I do.
I know you do. Crocus, I don't
let
think
me
you have dark
double
vision.
check. It would be in feats, right?
Be features and traits.
Yeah, no, I do not.
Okay.
That's okay. I like reach the handle of the trident out towards Crocus, and they just kind of grab onto the bottom of the trident and we walk along
All right.
like we're carrying a ladder or whatever.
I'm
All right.
chill with that.
Sounds good. So, Crocus, you've got a trident that's kind of leading you. You're walking in the darkness, stumbling over some dust mites and things like that. But you make your way through and come out into an opening. Inside of this little cavern is a jungle gym of wooden, like splintered wooden little beams across each other and cobwebs and dripping water. It's dank and gross. There's a candle that's lighting up this inside area. It's just this like one single wax candle that lights up this whole area. And there's a pile of trash that all these wooden beams and stuff are piled over. They're kind of like zigzagged and crisscrossed across the top of this pile of trash. It looks like a bunch of stuff that Sir Raddington has collected. And near the south wall of this circular room that you're in, so again, there's a candle in there, there's a big trash pile in the middle that's got these like wooden beams over it, and near the south wall behind the trash pile, you see two gravestones, one that says, and then by gravestones, I mean they're like little rocks with like etchings into them, probably by his teeth or someone's teeth, and it says Sir Raddington the First and Sir Raddington the Second.
Oh,
R.I.P. that pussy. Yeah. Sorry.
thank you for welcoming us into your
Yes, welcome to my humble abode. My trash is your trash.
Why, thank you.
My pleasure. Hey, look at this thing. I found this. You might like it. It looks like it might fit you.
And he runs over to his trash pile, and he takes his big buck teeth, and he pulls out what looks like a leather jacket, but it's too small for you, Crocus.
Hey, Fergus! That's
I'll
a
take
really
it.
cool jacket.
All right,
I'll
so it kind of like puts its little snout up for you to take the leather jacket. It's this like silver spiked on the shoulders leather jacket with an insignia of a dragon on the back of it, and it almost kind of looks like a biker jacket. And
Okay, this slays.
That's fresh, man.
I kind of wish I had this in real life. What the fuck?
and the rat says,
I found it on a little dead human that got squished up here.
Yeah, fuck him. I'll have it.
It has a little
Slay.
dried blood on the inside. Is that okay?
Yeah. I can wash that off. Don't worry.
Nice. It looks really great on you. Wow.
This leather jacket is a cloak of protection. So you have a +1 to your armor class.
Hi.
So you can go to your manage inventory and find so manage inventory, add an item and find cloak of protection. So +1.
Wait, sorry, where did I do this?
So in your D&D Beyond character sheet, go to inventory and then manage items and then search for cloak of protection and add it and then equip it.
Manage inventory, add items, cloak of
protection, I believe.
Protection?
Mm-hmm. And then you add it and then
equip my equipment, yeah.
You got to go to your equipment and hit equip on it, or like hit the little button next to it to equip it, and then it should change.
Items requiring attunement, cloak of protection.
Yep. So it'll be one of your attunement items. One of your 3.
How do
You can have 3 attunement items. So go to your inventory, find the item in your list on the inventory, and hit the little red box to the left of it.
Oh, okay. Does attune just mean I'm wearing it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And it takes an hour to attune to, so.
Slay.
And,
Thank you, Raddington.
yeah, and he kind of nods his head and he says,
It's my pleasure. I haven't had really any use for it, and I haven't seen anyone like you guys in a long time. I hate humans. They're really just disgusting. But you guys are kind of cool-looking humans, actually, now that I see you up close.
Hey, we're not humans.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, Raddington, you wanna be let in on a little secret?
Oh, I like secrets.
We're not humans.
Whoa, what are you then?
We're demigods.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
How do you think I summoned that trash water for you?
I don't know.
It's because we're the son, daughter, and offspring of gods.
What's a
Hence the
god?
demigod.
Oh shit!
Oh,
We're gonna get this rat a fucking existential crisis. We can't do this. We can't.
You know how sometimes people look up to the sky and say some words under their breaths. That's called a prayer. You know.
Nobody does that up here. All the giants just kind of walk around.
Okay. Do you ever hear bells on a Sunday morning?
No. All I hear on Sunday mornings is Jasper's farts.
Okay.
That's a god.
Have you?
Is that God?
Have you?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever experienced magic?
I think I just did with the trash water.
Yeah. So we're magic basically.
Oh. So gods can do magic.
All gods can do magic, but not all people that can do magic are gods.
Whoa, that's confusing. My brain hurts.
Do you want some more trash water to help?
Yes! Yes, I do! And you have more strawberries?
Yeah, we can get you another strawberry, buddy.
Yes!
I summon some trash water and just...
Oh no.
You're the best friends a guy could ask for.
Hey, do you have any more goodies you might be having, you might have forgotten about? Like any jewelry or anything human-sized?
I don't know. Let me check.
He scurries over to his trash pile and starts nudging through it with his big old nose. And we'll have him roll an investigation check. Let's see what he gets. He rolls an 11. I don't have a stat block for him. So, we'll just say, let's see. Sir Raddington, would he have a plus to his investigation? Yeah, he's a collector. Yeah, for sure. He'd probably have like a +2. So, we'll say 13. Yeah. Scraping around. He pulls out a couple of glass bottles. And they scrape along the floor as he drags them out. Both of them have this kind of red viscous liquid inside of them. It's almost sticks to the edges of the glass as it swirls around inside. And as he drags them out, he kind of nudges them over to your feet and they roll across the floor and kind of bump you into your foot. And he says,
I literally can't break these with my teeth. I've tried for a long time, but I don't know. Maybe you with your little opposable thumbs can pop the corks off.
Sure.
Wait, there's liquid inside of these.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I think it's blood.
Can I investigate the bottle before I open it?
yeah, so they're two very different bottles. One is like longer and much thinner, almost like a wine bottle, but not. It's not a wine bottle. You can tell it's much smaller, but it's got this like dark red, really viscous fluid inside as you tilt it back and forth. Go ahead and roll me a, I don't know. Let's do investigation check on that one.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Yeah, you can do investigation or nature. You guys pick. Investigation or nature.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yikes.
Oh.
I'm clueless, man. I have no idea what's in that bottle.
So, Crocus, yeah, not sure. You've not really encountered this particular type of liquid before. Fergus, you've seen this kind of liquid spill out of things all the time. This is blood inside of this vial. The long cylindrical one. And then the other one, which is much more stout and wide, and it's got two little handles on the side. It's also got a red liquid in it, but it's kind of a shinier. It almost shimmers as you tilt it back and forth. And this one is, you've seen these both of you have seen these before. This is a healing potion. It's a greater healing potion.
Oh, nice.
I hold up the healing potion. I'm like, do you mind if I take this one off your hands, wee man?
Oh, it's all yours. Can I taste it?
No, but you can taste the blood if you want.
Taste the blood.
No, you said no.
That sounds unhealthy.
It is.
Blood is actually quite healthy. It'll help you sustain your blood iron levels.
Roll a persuasion check if you want to.
I will roll a persuasion check.
No, you're gonna give him a disease.
18.
No!
Sure, I'll try it.
He sticks his tongue out. Crocus, do you want to stop this?
Yes!
What do you want to do?
Don't drink that!
You
That's
roll a
not
persuasion
good.
check too. Roll a persuasion check.
You're gonna kill Raddington the Third. How will we secure that there's a Raddington the Fourth, Rossi? You can't do it.
With a seven, not quite good enough to beat Fergus's persuasion. So
I pop the cork and you just hear a little.
Yeah. The mouse sticks out its tongue. Meh. This is so evil.
I'm so fucking evil.
Poor Raddington.
Poor Raddington. So are you pouring some on there? The whole
He's
thing or
gonna
just
get
some of
a
it?
Thirst for
Nah,
blood.
just a couple drops.
Okay.
He's gonna be evil.
Boy, it's
Alright.
like unicorn blood, and it makes him gay.
He wets his like that, and his eyes kind of get a little narrow.
That's disgusting. I hated that. Ew. Ugh.
Yeah.
Here, have some more trash water.
Yeah, trash water.
And
I put the cork back in and hand the vial off to Crocus.
yeah, you're
That's
unsure what
fucked
kind
up,
of blood this is, but it must be some kind of important blood if it's in a vial.
That's fucked up. Can I
Is there
taste
any way-
it?
You want to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any way we can, like, if Crocus tastes it, can we find out what kind of blood it is? Because she's a
I mean,
shapeshifter.
You
would
can
you
try.
Would your senses be better for this kind of thing, though, Rossi?
Oh,
Because Crocus
true.
is a vegetarian, so I don't know if that would be helpful.
True. And I guess out of the two of us, I probably am the more likely to have eaten some kind of blood before.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and work out what blood it is. I'll just like wet my
Apologies for anyone
pinky.
who's squeamish about blood. Just imagine it's cherry Kool-Aid. Okay.
Yummy.
I'll like wet my pinky and just be like,
All right. as you taste it, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
All right. With an 11, you taste the blood, and it kind of wets your tongue. It's got this almost sharp feel to it. As it's on your tongue, you almost feel a pain, like an actual pain on your tongue, like the blood is stabbing into your tongue, and like it sinks into your tongue, and you can taste it, and it's unpleasant. It's like the blood is living as you taste it, and as you swallow it, it just makes you like immediately start scraping your tongue, and you're like, "Bleh." It's not good. And with a Constitution save of 11, you, my friend, I didn't think you guys were gonna actually taste this. You, my friend, let me see. Let's see. I do need to check this real quick. Yes. Yep, I think that's probably what it's gonna be. Okay, there's 1, 2, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, roll me a d6 and re-roll it if it's a 6 or...
Bro, what the fuck did you dream?
I don't fucking know,
3?
bro.
Oh, I'm
3.
scared.
You got a 3, which is...
Am I
That is
about to, like,
fucking
shit
hilarious that you got a 3. That's fucking hilarious. All right.
Am I about to like grease bomb myself?
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's morning, so how long will that take to activate? Let me think.
Crocus, you sure you don't want any? Remember, at this point, you don't know because you don't know it. I'll just say it's a bit tingly. Here, have some.
No, I'm okay. This
All
against
right.
my beliefs, man.
Yeah, I guess. All right, I'm gonna DM you, Rossi.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide in the DMs real quick.
Where are you DMing me? Twitter or Discord?
Discord.
This is a long ass DM.
Yeah.
Bro, you ate something silly.
All right. Ready? All right. Now I'm just gonna watch your face.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
Can I Google this disease?
Yeah.
Disease?
Do you know what that means? The word?
I think so.
Now you do. Because you Googled it.
Yeah. This, right?
Hmm?
Whoops. Okay.
At this time, you hear the stomping of Jasper coming back with Shiisa to the baby grand piano outside this room that you're in.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure that was nothing. Ready to go back out there? I'm gonna stay in here, but it sounds like your friend's coming back.
Hey, any more trash water before you go? Before I go?
Yes!
Okay, but I'm gonna have to ask you to check your trash pile one last time for any more goodies.
I'll go
And
strawberry.
I'll if you give me like a big container, I'll leave you a big amount of trash water, like enough for like a week, you know.
Okay.
He just rolled a natural 20.
Let's go!
Look through the trash pile. All right. We got. Let's see.
What is this here?
Also, I don't know if you're doing this intentionally, but it makes me very happy that he sounds like Claptrap.
What's a Claptrap quote? I can do it. I don't know any quotes.
Oh god. I haven't played Borderlands in ages. Let me find you one. What's his like most iconic? Oh yeah, this one's good. This one's one of my favorites. I put it. I DM'd it.
We've come a really long way, haven't we, minion? And you're still just as loyal as ever. Who's a good minion? You are! Yes, you are!
That's scary. That's actually really good. Like, really good.
All right, let's see. You get this one. Okay. The rat rolls a clear looking, like it's kind of looks like a cloudy glass ball, and rolls it to your feet, Crocus.
Here, be 2 seconds. I can still hear you.
Okay. So, you there, Crocus? Oh no, she froze.
Ooh. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
there she is.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah, it's just lagging a little bit.
Is it better?
Mm-hmm.
It was red for a second. I pick it up.
All right. So the rat says,
I don't really know what this is, but it's kind of cool. It's like a little glass ball. I don't know. It could be kind of cool.
you don't know exactly what it is, but it's got a little magical feel to it, and you can feel some magic coming off of it for sure. A little crystal ball.
Is there something I can do to maybe like give it a little push?
Let's see. You do not know the command word, but you might be able to ask a magic shop owner or something like that.
Wait, there is a magic shop, so.
Mm-hmm. And he also pulls out a bucket for water. Pulls out a bucket for trash water.
You gonna fill me up, Fergus?
Rat, just say yes or no. I'm not gonna give you any context or anything. Just yes or no.
Yes. Always yes.
Oh,
What are you
God.
doing, man?
So I summon the trash water, and I as it like snakes through the sort of rat hole from the shop through to the little like cave that we're in. I like make sure to like swirl it around the walls so it picks up as much like dirt and trash and like debris and dust as it comes along. And I'm like, there you go, my friend, a serving of trash water with extra trash.
You're the best. Oh, I love you so much. You guys are the best friends a guy could ask for.
Oh.
I'm so alone.
Oh. Jesus. Fucking hell.
Okay. How about Crocus?
Are we thinking the same thing? Are we thinking the same thing?
I think we're thinking something similar, but we're not thinking the same thing. I don't think we bring him with us. But you remember the magical snail I got like 8 episodes ago? He's like in a little box. Do we leave
the hermit crab?
Do we give him the little like the magic hermit crab? Because like we don't really use it.
It's so powerful. You're gonna leave that?
But it's really no, we're not. No, we're not.
Go
giving
for
him the
it.
hermit
Go
crab.
for it.
No.
I'll reward you in some other way.
No, I mean,
I know, right?
It is a luck point.
he's our little guy.
Okay, Rattington, how do you feel about adventure?
Adventure? I love adventure.
Okay. How big is Rattington in comparison to like me, for example?
Yeah,
You could ride on his back.
I was thinking that too.
Both
Is
of
he
you,
noticeable?
both of you could ride on his back together.
Like, would the giants notice him?
Probably.
Is he that big?
Probably.
Okay.
Okay.
Raddington is coming with us.
Rattington, if you agree to this, I have a proposition for you, Rattington. Okay.
Okay.
You can join us on our adventure on 2 conditions. 1, when my legs get tired, I get to ride on your back like a horse. And 2, I hate to say this to you because I know you love trash, but we're gonna hose you down and wash you. But the world of adventure that awaits you outside the city walls is like nothing you've ever seen before, and you'll try things that you will have never imagined, and you'll see things that you will have never imagined.
This sounds
And we'll
like
get you a hot meal.
What?
We'll get you a hot meal.
A hot meal? I haven't
Yeah.
had
More
a hot meal
strawberries.
in a long time.
We'll get you one at the tavern.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Please God, if there's ever a time, please God. Oh,
25. Okay. Go ahead and roll again, Moonsy.
That one should be popping up in a second.
I see a
There you go.
16 and then a 10. Okay.
You know what? I could use some adventure. Now, on one condition,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I require a collection.
Oh.
Of?
It's part of who I am. I need to be able to collect and rummage through my little trash collection.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So, can we take a few of my favorite items and then I can grab more and just leave them in your little bag?
Yeah,
We
that's
can make
fine.
him a backpack.
Oh, you can make me a backpack.
We'll make you a backpack, Raddington.
That sounds
You know, like when people
epic.
put like little like backpacks on their dogs.
Yes, I would very much appreciate this. Let me go get my favorites.
He runs over to the trash pile. He pulls out a big fingernail and pulls it out.
Oh my God.
And it's like a giant's fingernail, so it's like really, really big. So he starts nibbling on the edge of it so he can just get a piece of it. He bites a piece of the toenail off and puts it in a little pile. He finds a little fish skeleton. Well, it's actually a giant fish skeleton, and he takes out some of the rib bones of the fish skeleton and puts
It's like
them
a
into the
sword.
pile.
So, something I've just discovered by looking at my character sheet, which I haven't even known this the entire time we've been playing
Ooh.
Blood of the Immortals.
That's classic D&D, not knowing what your character can do.
Apparently I have a pet mouse.
Were you raised hermit?
Well, it just says in other possessions, I have a token to remember your parents by and a pet mouse.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Here, I'll send it.
Let's be honest, your pet mouse is dead by now.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
listen.
You've
Mine
been
and 10
underwater.
dogs.
That thing is drowned.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Mine and 10 dogs survived 8 years without any care. My pet mouse can do it too.
Let's be real. You've been flamed and jump out of a burning building, and you've fallen from great heights and drowned underwater. You literally had a yeti holding you underwater, drowning you before you were able to breathe underwater.
Right. You were squished, man.
Yeah, I don't think.
Maybe it's the mouse of lycanthropies.
Yeah, I don't think you've got a
Okay.
mouse.
R.I.P. I just like throw the carcass out of my pocket and let onto the floor.
The Sir Raddington eats it.
Oh! Is that cannibalism?
Tasty.
No, he's a rat. It's fine.
Oh.
Rattington. I'm gonna.
Hold on.
And he goes back to his trash pile. And he pulls out what would be his last favorite item? He pulls out a let's say, oh yeah, a really old stale piece of bread. And he pulls it out, and it's like so hard that he just like nibbles just a tiny piece off of it, and you can see a big rat smile and a smirk on his face. And he goes,
My favorite dessert.
Okay. I think I have some rope left. I was trying to look at my inventory, and I don't. Backpack would it be? And I don't know where it would be. But
I think you and Crocus both have like 50 feet of rope, so it's fine.
Yeah.
yeah, can I like fashion? I know it's not like the most ideal thing to use to make a backpack, but can I fashion a backpack out of the rope or?
Yeah. I don't know if fashioning a backpack, but you can fashion like some reins or something.
Yeah, is there like fabric amongst his like trash pile maybe?
Oh sure, yeah.
Can we fashion him like a bag of sorts and then like
a satchel or something?
Yeah, like a satchel.
So yeah, it would have to be pretty rudimentary. It'd have to be just like a shirt, or a few shirts, kind of put together, tied together.
The way that I'm thinking of it is like, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
And then we like tie it around him with like a little like piece of rope.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Like,
go ahead and roll
like
me some
this.
sleight of hand checks.
Oh, I got this easy in the bag.
All right, with a 13 and a
Nice.
30, you guys are able to fashion a nice little satchel to Sir Raddington III's neck, and you're able to sit on his back as he rides you out into the open room at the base of the piano. And as you come out, you see Jasper holding on to Shiisa. Shiisa now has a golden string that Jasper is like fastening around her in kind of like a nice way. Shiisa, Jasper is taking that golden harp string and he's kind of fashioning like Miss Universe, how they have a sash, kind of like fashioning like a sash around you. A piece of your mother to take with you. A beautiful golden string.
Oh, okay.
And with that, I think we will we'll pick up next time. we did a lot of role play. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.